Aloha everyone, Victoria here. I hope you're having a beautiful day and you're enjoying it wherever you are. It is Friday and you're getting ready for the weekend. We just had the full moon in Aquarius and now we're moving through the sign of Pisces, the moon in Pisces, which makes everybody pretty dreamy and kind of just want to chill and relax, maybe even space out a little bit. Where Aquarius is like super electric and wants to socialize and be in the midst of the party and midst of the scene, and or sometimes just wants to blast off somewhere like exciting and not take anybody with them, just like explore new frontiers. Or they might bring their whole entourage. It kind of depends. Aquarius is a very eccentric sign, and they deal a lot with the thoughts and the mind and taking things kind of out of this world into new levels and unseen frontiers. So anyhow, I think of that song, The Age of Aquarius. It's all out there. So anyhow, I'm out in nature, getting some fresh air, hanging out with the birds and the lizards and all types of little critters out around me. As you can see, I'll show you a little bit of nature here. So just simple, nothing extravagant, and just taking some time to clear my head. There's so much going on. We all need that every now and then, or all the time actually. So I'm pulling some cards from the Good Vibes deck. This is by Isabella Stoloff, and when I lived in Los Angeles, I used to go to a lot of her events. She is a shaman, and she's in Orange County, and they're very lovely events. She still has them going on. She does full moon fire ceremonies, and I'm not sure if she does new moon, but I know she does full moon and different solstice events, and they're always a lot of fun. So very enjoyable. But this one, as you can see, it has the condor on the deck, and it's the golden condor. So that when she made this deck, she has a connection with the golden condor, and that's one of her totems, as you might say. She's been to Peru many times and lots of great stuff. So I decided to get this deck, and I thought I'd do a reading with it. It is Good Vibes, Positive Affirmations. Okay, so if you want, you could go ahead and just take a couple moments and take a deep breath, and then exhale and release, letting go of all fear, doubt, stress, tension, intensity, and then taking another deep breath and release, letting go of any excess thoughts and circular thinking, which is so easy for us to do sometimes. And then again, one more deep breath and an exhale. In yoga, they do the ha, so you can take a deep breath and then let it out. So there's actually a sound, and you're letting things go, letting them out. They do it even louder sometimes, like ha, as long as it's fairly natural, right? Sorry for all the moving the camera around. Since I'm doing this kind of just live, I don't have things set up so that it's still. But I think it's kind of fun doing it live because you get the feeling of being out and about and the birds chirping and everything. So, okay, so if you pick your card, left, right, center, or multiples, depending on what you're feeling. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what this one is. Pay attention to the unseen world. What's going on around you that is not visible? Signs and symbols that are coming to you. The other day, I had a feather that kind of like came to me, like floated down. I was like, oh, that's neat. And then like literally a minute later, there was another feather that I saw, and I was like, and they're the same types, and they're not really the types of feathers you see all the time, and they're really clean and beautiful, and I was like, oh my goodness, the feather. And when I think of feathers, I think of angels. So to me, it's like, okay, my angels are having something to say to me or connecting with me. And some people have like their ancestors that have passed on used to like a certain color or a certain animal, and that animal shows up in their life. One of my friends likes butterflies, and to her mom is like the butterfly when she comes. And so when she sees that butterfly, it's like a confirmation that, her mother's with her mother's sending her a message, her mother's supporting her. So, I mean, everybody has their own belief system, and that's fine. But pay attention to the unseen world, and also not just connections from the other world beyond the veil. You have signs that go on that warn you about things all the time. Little nudges, your intuition, and then later you say, oh, I should have done that. Oh, I felt that, I knew it. So, like, pay attention to what's going on. And if you're not even sure how to do this, then just take some time where you don't have to do anything. You're alone. You can either listen to some light music, like calm music, no words, or, hang out in the silence, whichever you prefer. And just like quiet your mind, breathe, focus on your breath, and breathe, and just let all those thoughts go, and then ask for a sign from your guides, your guardians, your angels, or contemplate things that may have happened in your life, and see where there may be some connections and synchronicities, and where you may be receiving a message. In the book, it says, your spirit guides and angels are all around you, and sometimes use nature to get your attention. Open your heart and listen. Notice the butterfly passing, the wind in the trees, and the birds singing. Use this time to ask for guidance from the unseen world. Connect with the fairies and their joyful energy. Take time each day to go outside and connect. Put your bare feet in the grass or Put your bare feet in the grass or do a water cleansing ritual. Use toning, that's sound, or crystal bowls to raise your vibration and clear your energy. And the affirmation, I find connection in everything. Everything is connected in one way or another. So finding your connections and making peace between those connections, giving peace between connections, allowing the messages to come through to you that are yours to receive. Okay. And then the next card is, if you hadn't had the challenge, you wouldn't be who you are. Yep. Every challenge makes us who we are and how we move through that challenge. Positively, negatively, frustrated, hopefully. So as we move through challenges, just try to breathe and look for the silver lining in that. Stop looking at your past with pain and a heavy heart. See the challenge as creating the person you are today. Know deep within that in some way you chose this experience. Transform the energy you hold around the story of what happened and watch your life change. Try not to see the past as a mistake, but rather as a lesson. Stop going over and over the problem and think of the story in a new light. Practice non-attachment. And I was also, as I was getting this, I was like, view the situation as an observer. View it as an observer rather than you connected to it. Take what is working in your personality and leave the rest so you can become the person you were always meant to be. And the affirmation is, I embrace my past in a whole new way. So we all have our challenges. We all have our things in our past that sometimes come up and we're like, oh, I wish I didn't do that, or I wish that never happened, or, and okay, yeah, that happen, but it made you stronger. Doesn't mean you need to go through it again at all. It doesn't mean that you need to become stronger with more challenges. It just means you learned that lesson. You don't have to do that again, and you're more aware of life as you move forward. Okay? And you can help teach others too, so that they don't have to go through the same experience. They can kind of learn through other experiences, should they choose. Okay. So claim all your energy back to you now. I claim all my own energy back to me now. A lot of times we give our energy away to everyone around us, and it's kind of we just do it. It just happens, and like we don't mean to, but we do. Like we give it at work, we give it at school, we give it to our friends, we give it to our family, we're always giving energy. We have to make sure we have that reciprocal balance of giving and receiving energy in our lives and in our life. And the type of energy we receive is important too, we want to receive nurturing, clean energy, Sorry, I know that just totally bounced off the cards, the camera. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read the book to you. Every time you worry, you leak energy. When thoughts of another control your mind, they are renting space in your head. You have power over those thoughts as well as the negative loops you are stuck in. Empower yourself daily by empowering your mind. Find where it is that you still feel powerless over others and yourself. Stop worrying and shift your thinking. Seal your energy field with a golden light. Say, I claim all of my energy back to me now, clean and clear. I release all fear-based thoughts. Breathe and feel whole in every fiber of your being. I release all fear-based thinking. That's the affirmation. I release all fear-based thinking. Okay. Now these are really good cards just to give us little reminders. It's funny, when I read them, I can hear Isabella's voice. I can hear her saying it. Pay attention to the unseen world, Claim all that your energy back to you now, Cut those cords, I could totally hear her voice. And just always like positive, support in my life. So this is a great deck. And then I also put little crystals by it because I kind of just was feeling it. And I do that every now and then. So this is a rutilated quartz crystal, and you can kind of see the other rutilations in there. And it's about kind of clearing, how did they say it? It's a clear quartz, but it's cutting and clearing up the old and helping you move through, I think, difficult situations. So, and look, it even looks like it has some gold in there. That's pretty cool. Bringing the gold out, huh? And this is a Larimar. Super pretty Larimar. Larimar is said to be connected with Lemuria. Also, it's I've heard it relating to marriage and weddings and relationships. Okay. And then, and I totally forgot what this one is. I got this one at Sage Goddess a long time ago. But it relates to honoring your sovereignty and claiming your sovereignty, your inner queen, your inner king, your royal self, and keeping your crown on your head and held high, and not debasing yourself, but keeping yourself strong and clear-minded. Okay, so anyhow, a little simple reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, take what works for you and leave what doesn't. You'll find whatever message you need to find as you go through life. And I'm wishing you a wonderful weekend and start to next week. And I will be back next week. All right. Blessings, you guys. Aloha.